What's happening, everybody, and welcome to yet another exciting episode of Open Studio, coming to you right here on your favorite DSTV channel 263. With myself, I go by the name of Brad Roman, and today we'll be chatting all about organic gardening. What is organic gardening? Is it same as normal gardening? Does it differ? Well, to help us in on that, we are joined by two beautiful guests who goes by the name of Fran as well as Magda, who will be giving us all the ins and out with regards to organic gardening. So if you don't have any idea what it's all about, then you better stay right where you are. Ladies, welcome to Open Studio.
Thank you for having us.
Fantastic. Now, before we get into actual conversation with regards to organic gardening, can you just briefly explain to our viewers, just tell them a little bit about yourself and also the work that you're doing?
Okay, I'm Fran and I'm from Soil for Life, overseeing our home gardening program, which happens out in the various kind of communities. And we teach people how to grow organic. Organic means it's natural. We do not use any chemicals for our fertilizers and our pesticides. So we use for the natural stuff, meaning what has once lived and died, we bring to life again. With other words, your greens is your flowers, your plants, your grass, and those are the things, dry leaves, that we use to make the soil fertile. So that is what's called organic. So it's natural stuff that we use.
And then also have another amazing guest in studio, Magda. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm Magda Campbell.
Microphone.
I'm Magda Campbell. I'm the coordinator and the founder of Beacon Organic Food Garden within the Mitchells Plain area. I'm currently teaching the students of Beacon School. It's a slow learner school. It's Beacon School for Elson. So we have autism children, we have slow learners, different types of children. So what I'm currently doing at Beacon School, I'm plowing back into the community, teaching them how to start their own vegetable garden and also how to make their own organic, the compost, how to start, yes, recycling, everything, yes.
Well,
that is what I'm teaching.
I'm quite amazed as I'm sitting here right now because it's very seldom that we actually find like ladies who actually was like into gardening. How did it come about that you like actually found the love to do gardening or organic gardening? Where did the love start for that?
I was at the time studying at Boland College. I did plant production level 2. And I had to do my practical. So what Boland College, together with the Skill Center of Mitchells Plain, they went around to see if they can find land in order for the students of Mitchells Plain to do their practical. And the Skill Center with Boland College approached Beacon School for Elson, and they offered us that we can use a piece of vacant land that was available at that time. And while I was at the school doing my practical, I started a relationship with the children of the school. And I asked them, especially the guys that was in matric, because they spoke about matric balls. So I asked them, are you excited now? You're matric? You're leaving one of these days? Are you going to study further? What did you decide to do next year? And they looked at me, and they told me they don't know. So I asked them, now, where do you go from here? So they said, they don't know. They're going to sit at home. And I approached one of the teachers at Beacon School, and I asked them, what happened to the children once they've completed their matric? So he said, well, nothing, because the certificate that they get is not recognized out there. So once they get to the age of 18, that is where it ends. Their schooling ends there. And some of them find work, some of them will stay unemployed for the rest of their lives.
Wow.
And then I decided once I'm done with my practical, I'm to go back to the school and ask them if I can give back to the school by just teaching them basic plant production and also to create jobs for the children of that school. And I went back and I approached the school and they agreed. I started there end of 2014, preparing the land, getting things sorted out, started a vegetable garden. Because of their learning disability, I decided that I need to do something practical, and that is where the garden started. I had to do the garden first.
Wow.
in order to teach them
Yeah.
how to plant and how to go about things.
Wow, fantastic. And coming back to you, Fran, you also mentioned earlier, like I said, like I asked when I opened the show a few minutes ago, organic gardening is different compared to normal gardening, right? You said it's more natural, more. Can you please differentiate between the two?
Okay. What organic is, because a lot of people don't understand what organic is. It means it's natural, no chemicals have been used. It's what we do in our home food gardening program. We teach people how to grow their own vegetables. And so being it organic because we teach them just to use the natural stuff. Like I've said earlier on, your grass, your kitchen waste, like, you know, your fruit and veg peels, those things are becoming, it's gold for gardeners because those are the things that's making the soil fertile. So you work them into your soil that you already have. Depending on what kind of soil you have, you need different kinds, you get different kinds of soil. So some needs more organic matter, some have been worked previously, so you just need a little bit, but you also need to mix it with all your organic matter, which is your greens and your wets, your grass, you mix it with compost and you use some manure in there as well. So with other words, you're working the soil, making it become fertile and fresh and good stuff.
Yeah.
No chemicals in there at all. And because it's organic means that you know what you've put in there, so you've just didn't put any chemicals in there. So everything is natural. What is growing on that. Like for instance, your wheat is also gold for us. For example, your wheat are being used as a fertilizer. You know, you see how green the wheat is that and you just pick them and you throw them away. But that's actually becoming gold for any home gardener who does organic gardening. So it's you're using what is there.
Yeah. Well, what the good work that you ladies are doing, giving back to our community, giving back to our learners at school, is like amazing. But in order for you guys to actually do that, to go out and give back, to educate them and to train them, did you have to undergo some sort of training in order for you to actually like be at that stand, like now I can give back?
Yes, definitely. I did some training at Boland College. There I studied commercial farming. When I decided that I would like to go organic, I approached Soil for Life because they offer training within the communities. And because I am part of the community, although I do training at the school, but I needed guidance as to go organic. And then I've done my training, Grow to Live, with Soil for Life, and I also have done the home-based training.
Okay.
So that gave me an open mind as to where to start, and
how to go
especially and
about
how
it.
to go about.
And now you're giving back to
Now
our
I'm sharing
communities,
the
doing such
information.
amazing work. Man, oh man, I'm so loving today's topic as we are chatting all about organic gardening. Not any gardening, guys, organic gardening. Let's go for a quick ad break. Do not go anywhere because when we come back, more of this discussion will continue right here on Open Studio. We'll see you back right after this. If you've just joined us, Buzz J, you are still tuned into Open Studio right here on DSTV channel 263 with myself, Brad, and today we are chatting all about organic gardening. And to help us in that, we are still joined in studio by our two amazing guests, Fran as well as Magda, who's educating me right now, as they would like always go about educating learners. So now I'm being educated, and I'm honored. But another question I want to ask you, Fran, what would you say have you achieved thus far through this project?
I'm going to speak for Soil for Life. We have our home gardening program, which we do out in about 16 different communities. And their trainers and ATs will go out into the communities, and they will recruit a group of 15 to 20 people.
Okay.
And that will be your group that you will train with. We have 3 cycles a year, which is 3 months long per cycle. And in that cycle, we'll teach you from starting your seed box, what is a seed first of all, how to prepare your soil to make your seed box, how to prepare the soil for making a trench bed. So we're actually digging 2 by 1 meters in the soil. And we'll teach you how to fill that where you've dug out, which is your first your topsoil and then your subsoil. And then we will teach you how to prepare that soil, which right from the bottom with aeration and drainage with roughage. And then that is where the layers comes in, where you have a layer of greenware, dry brown, and your manure and your sand, of course, and of course your water. And you can also put in there your bone, which gives you calcium to the soil, your tin, which gives your zinc to the soil. So, you know, it's like us as human beings need all these kind of vitamins and nutrients, so does the soil. So you need to prepare your soil. So soil preparation of utmost importance in getting the good organic vegetable with all the necessary vitamins and nutrients in it. Then it goes on and we show you how to actually plant the various kind of vegetable crops, how to do crop rotation, how to make your own compost heap. So that's important. So what we do with our training, we will teach you how to maintain your garden and how to even do your fertilizers and your pesticides. And as I said, it's natural stuff that we use. For example, a pesticide, the snails. You know, snails is always a pest in any garden. So we make snail juice with that. Natural stuff.
Yeah.
We will, it sounds very, very harsh, but we will actually pick up those snails and put them in water and make a juice from it. And that is what we use as a pesticide against snails. Teaching you how to make your own compost. So we will equip you with the skills. So at the end of the day, you are able to maintain your own garden.
Okay. Coming back to you, Magda, with regards to your involvement at the Beacon Hill School, which was played, right? LSEN, the term, LSEN. Could you please tell us more about that? And also the learners at Beacon Hill being part of this organic gardening project. How has the outcome been? How has it helped them to better their lives and their knowledge and the skills?
What the garden does for the students at Beacon School, you must remember there's all different types of children at that particular school. You get the autism children, you get slow learners. There's physically nothing wrong with them, but it's because they don't fit into a normal school. That's why they're at that school. Then you also have the disabled children. So there's different types of children. And where the gardening is concerned, I find it because it's a mentally problem that they have.
Yeah.
The gardening is something where they can maybe, you know, find their inner self. They can also, it's so good for them when they do something and they see the results. From a seed, they look at the soil, we put the seed in, 7 days later, the seed mature into a seedling, and 3 months later, they have a crop.
Yeah.
Which is good, and you know, and the children start believing, and they're very proud, because normally children like that, they feel that they don't really fit into society, because we don't really take notice of those type of children, because they're just there, needy children. But now doing something for themselves and see the progress, and then at the end of the day, they can eat the product that they started from nothing.
Okay.
And what I also have now at the school is just to motivate them more. We had the junior gardens. Each class had their own little garden. And there was a little competition running just to inspire the children, motivate them. So we decided after this term, we're going to run a competition. The best garden is going to win a prize. And you had to see the faces. They were so into garden. They even Googled. They would come to me and ask, the recycling, if you must see the garden, it's amazing to see their children from the age of 5 to 6 up till grade 3, the things that they've done and the recycling, and they understand now what it's all about.
Yeah.
You can't teach them theory, so you need to start with them. The method that I'm using is that we're going to build a house for plants. And we're going to start with the bed. Now they understand the bed becomes a place where the plant is going to sleep, they're going to eat. And I also explained to them that you are not allowed to jump on your bed. Now they understand you cannot walk over the beds.
Yeah.
The plants don't like that. That is something that they will remember. Even with the pest control, the method that I'm using, I teach them the snails, they must do inspection on a daily basis. Whenever they approach their garden, they feel proud because they are in control. When I took them over to the bee garden, I can show them this is the damage that the snails, so now they understand why they must look for pests.
Okay. Before we go to an ad break, Fern, important question I want to find out from you, to everyone who's watching today's show. Would you say that gardening will provide a job opportunity for some of these learners after school, after matric, or not just for these learners, but as in now for anyone? Can one make a living out of gardening or just organic gardening?
Absolutely. I know you asked me a question about the school, Magda. I think maybe you want to answer that, but I also want to say yes. For reason being is, it's going to be a slow process, but they're going to be taking it step by step. And yes, there is opportunities for these children to get a job. Yes, they have got special needs, but special care needs to be taken care of them, and as we all need special care, so just they need a little bit of extra care, and I would say yes, there is an opportunity for them out there.
Wow, fantastic. Guys, let's go for a quick ad break. Do not go anywhere, because when we come back, as more organic gardening right here at Open Studio, we'll see you back right after this. And you're back right here at Open Studio, DSTV channel 263. And today we are chatting all about organic gardening. Very, very informative, very, very entertaining. I've learned such a lot thus far. We're still joined in studio by our two amazing guests, Magda as well as Fran. Now, Magda, if I sit down with people like you guys doing amazing work in our communities, in our societies, and conversing with them, what I love to ask is to hear the success stories. And coming back to my previous question I asked before the ad break was, can one actually make a living out of organic gardening? And I believe that you do have a success story to share with us.
Yes, I do. When I started 2015, I started with the grade 12s. And 2016, I was fortunate to employ two ex-students of the school that just completed grade 12 at Beacon School for Elson. Currently, there's one still working for me. He's a permanent worker.
Wow.
He's actually my right hand. If I looked at Jonte started with me in February 2016. And the progress and what Jonte has learned over the few months. Jonte has also done his training through Soil for Life. I'm trying to equip Jonte. At the moment, he's working for me at Beacon School, but his future, there is hope for him out there. His life don't need to end at Beacon School. What I'm doing now currently, I'm preparing him for the world out there. Once he leaves there and he feels that he would like to further his career, I'm sure he will be fully equipped the day if he decided to
and
move
all thanks to you as well, because you actually were the one who motivated him back then. You were the one who sat down with him, who thought him this and that. So you really, and it must be, how do you feel about that?
I'm feeling good.
Over the moon.
This is fantastic to see that somebody that thought that this was the end, that at least there is hope for him. And he's also talking about his future now. So which is great, Children normally when they leave there, they leave the school with no hope. Jonte start talking about his future, and that to me, that is amazing achievement.
Wow, wow. Coming back to you, Fred, Soul for Life, right? You guys are more focusing more on the dirty side, like everything that happens underneath the ground, like the soils and the compost and mixing it and the different layers. I'm so confused, but it sounds interesting. And to our viewers watching right now, they're like, I want to do that. I want to become what Fred, what Magda is currently doing. Where do they go? What do they do? Do they have to do some sort of training in order for them to actually be good and excel in it?
Yes, as I said previously, we have a home food gardening program which happens in about 16 various communities, but also we do have training at our resource center in Constantia. where we have a weekend workshop, which is called the Grow to Live workshop. It's a full Saturday and Sunday, and it actually teaches you from A to Z. With other words, to start a garden and to maintenance and various kind of permacultures. So it gives you the whole package in a weekend. Then we
Wow.
have specific courses, short courses which run during the week,
Okay.
starting with school children for an educational tour for 2 hours. And then we have specific courses, which is like, say, for instance, somebody just wants to learn how to make compost. We have a course like that. Or
Wow.
somebody wants to know about earthworm farming. That's what we do. Or you just want to know about crop rotation. So various kind of courses, and they can call our resource center.
Yes,
And
and how do they get all of you guys? Are there website available?
yes, we do have a website, www.soilforlife. And then also they can email us on info@soilforlife.co.za. Also, our landline is 021 7944 982. They can call the landline at any time, of course, office hours 4 to 9.
Fantastic.
And then, the receptionist or whoever answers the phone always have the information, or there's always somebody who can advise them,
Definitely. And
or
also
we
the
will call you
website
back.
is-
Yes,
it's
absolutely.
Easy. So guys, if you want to get hold of Soul for Life and as well as Fran, go to www.soulforlife.co.za. All details will be provided for you on the website. All telephone numbers will be on there as well. And then also before we say goodbye to you lovely ladies, Magda, people want to get hold of you guys, maybe you have training available for them, they want to be where your other people that you've trained is currently thus far. Where do they go?
People that would like to do training.
Get a hold of you guys
get hold
and
of
want to
me?
find out more about this
Yes,
project.
they can contact me at Beacon School for Elson, and on my cell number is 079 543 2649.
Okay.
I'm 24 hours available, but I'm at the garden Mondays to Fridays from 8 till 5.
Okay, and you guys have a website available as well?
No, I don't have. That is one of my goals that I'm setting for myself. That is something that we need to get a website.
Wow, and soon, very, very soon. But your number is there,
Yes.
and of course your email address is there as well. And if you guys want to find out more, go onto our Facebook page, which is of course Open a Studio, and all our details will be provided for you onto our page. Fran, as well as Magda, thank you very much for coming out and for chatting to us. I've learned a lot about organic gardening. I've never knew. Now I'm clued up. I know exactly what it is. Thank you very much, and continue doing the good work that you are doing.
When are you starting your garden?
Very soon. We'll speak after the show. We'll speak after the show. We'll speak after the show.
Thank you for having us.
You're awesome, man. Yeah, guys, we came to the end of yet another exciting episode of Open a Studio. Guys, remember to make contact with Magda or Fran if you want to enroll into a short course or some sort of training, and also find out more about how you can start your own organic gardening. Very, very essential. Very, very essential. Send us a mail to openstudio@capetowntv.org, or simply give us a call on the number 021 448 0448. From myself, Brad, and the rest of the team, until next time, it's goodbye and God bless.